Welcome in, my dear ones. Psychic Mia here from Spiritual Society. So today we are taking a look at everything you need to know right now, message from your guides. We're going to take a look at everything that's popping up in your energy field. What messages are coming in from your guides about love and happiness, your career, what's going to move you forward, what's going to level you up right now. Our mission here is to help guide you to unblock your energy through spiritual practices like tarot readings so you can live your most aligned life. If that resonates with you, subscribe. So I want you to release anything that you don't need, anything you don't want to hold on to. I want you to clear out some energy, create some space, and open yourself up to receiving. You're going to feel called to one of these 4 cards. Card 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take your time, take a breath, exhale, and let your intuition guide you. Welcome in, my card 1. Land and arrive. Everything you need to know right now. Messages from your guides. So we're starting with our anchor card. We're pulling from a separate deck for all our other cards. So we have the possibility of pulling duplicate cards. We have some special messages and some oracle cards to come. So we have all kinds of divine guidance coming in. What you need to know right now. What do you need to know? Let's see. So we have the Hierophant as our main card, and this is really calling you into education, wisdom, studying, getting into your spiritual side. Maybe that could even lend itself to a religious side. Getting into that spiritual path. Letting yourself be guided, finding the people that you need to gain more wisdom and to glean more from, to grow yourself. Letting yourself just soup it all up, sponge-like presence of getting all the information that you need. There's room for growth here in your life. Now let's go ahead and choose a word. This is coming in from your guides, and we're asking our guides to really move the pieces here and reveal what you need. Uncomfortable. It's time for you to get a little uncomfortable. So, of course, this isn't a comfortable word, but it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to do some things that put you in a place of discomfort and that make you feel like you're doing something that's out of the ordinary. It's beyond maybe your capabilities. Maybe it's stepping things up a notch. Maybe it's talking to people you wouldn't normally talk to, doing things you wouldn't normally do, getting out of your routine, getting out of the things that make you feel like you're just in the path, in the groove, in the place of your life that's just streamlined. Now let's go ahead and we're going to pull a little divine guidance here as well. So we are pulling divine guidance for earthly guidance. So not only are you to seek wisdom from your guides, which we're getting today, but also seek wisdom from those around you, the wise people in your life, the people who are older, who have more experience, the people who are good at what you want to be good at, the people who are naturally in touch with what you are looking to be in touch with. And it's okay if it makes you uncomfortable to reach out to those people. We know that that's part of your path right now. All right, so now we're going to pull some cards. Let's see what we need to know. What you need to know right now, and we're looking at divine guidance from the divine. All right, I'm going to just pull cards as I'm led. So we're starting over here. We're starting with the 9 of Wands. You got hurt. You got hurt and you got head over the head. It didn't feel good. There is some heart issue going on in here as well. There is the wands get into this fire energy, and you see all this growth happening on the wands, these little, buds sprouting. There's a lot of growth that's been happening for you, but it has been uncomfortable. And maybe even when you read this word uncomfortable, you were like, yeah, I've been uncomfortable. I know what that feels like. But this is going to be a different kind of discomfort. This kind of discomfort is getting back in the game. This is standing back up, stretching back out, nurturing your bruises, and getting back into the fight. It's time to stand back up. It's time to face around to the things that you've needed to face around to. The Page of Cups is coming in. Our page is coming in with messages. These are messenger cards. And the Cup's getting into heart space, emotions, and feelings. And this is a little bit of a, I want you to, there's a fish in this cup and there's a little bit of a joviality going on here. And I want you to let yourself find the fun in things. I want you to find the laughter. I want you to find the humor. I want you to talk to somebody, maybe an earthly guidance person, seeking wisdom from somebody who makes you laugh, who lets you see the softer side, where you can both laugh at yourselves and you can take yourselves a little less seriously because you're together. I want you to just start coming at the world with a slightly comical, this is all a comedy, and you're coming at it from the perspective of like, oh yeah, I got hurt, but that was almost funny. All those things that happened, practically hilarious. But getting to a place where you can see the lighter side of things. We have the Death card here as well, and I think that it's time to take a moment for the things that you've needed to let go of and the person that you've needed to die to. And I mean this as a part of yourself, that there's a part of yourself that you've needed to release and let go of and bury in the ground and come back alive to a whole new you. And that part of you that you need to let go of, that part that's no longer effective for living your life, that's no longer serving you, that's no longer really welcome in your day-to-day, it's time to let go of that. And you can grieve that and you can honor that person. You can do the things you need to do in order to feel like, hey, this was an important part of my life. These were important attributes that I had. But this isn't important anymore. I'm moving on from this now. And I hear a helicopter right now, and I always say outside sounds amplify the message. So take some time to seriously think about this and consider this. Okay, continuing on. And we have the Hanged Man. So this is a perspective change as well. Getting into your deep intuition. This is a very spiritual tap to get back into your intuition. And maybe you've lost sight of that a bit. Maybe you've lost sight of your deeply spiritual self. I want you to sink back into your intuition, and I want you to take your own viewpoint. See things from a different perspective. Just because you thought something at one moment in time doesn't mean that that was true. There are a lot of different truths, but your truth right now, that's what matters. And finding that space and doing what you need to do to find that space, seeking out the wisdom, seeking out the counsel, seeking out the wisdom, seeking out the counsel, getting into a space where maybe you question deep-rooted beliefs that you've held, which does make us uncomfortable. I want you to take a look at things from a whole unique perspective in a way that does make you feel uncomfortable. Now, I'd like to ask some specific questions. I would like to ask about your standing back up into this. Standing back up into this fight, what does that mean? What does that mean for you? What can we glean from that in an action-oriented way? Standing back up into the fight, haha. So the Four of Wands, I'm feeling like this is a romantic call. So the Four of Wands is a very celebratory card. This is a card that always makes me think of weddings. There's a celebration going on. There are two people. It's beautiful. It feels like a villa in Italy. We have our Four Wands, which can be called the 1111s, which is a great sign. There is something that you need to stand back up for. And this is in the wand space as well. Stand back up for what it is that you want. If you have been moving on a path towards wanting to celebrate a future with someone, soulmateship, happiness, happy ever after, all of the things, now is the time to stand back up for that. Now is the time to get back into it, even if it makes you uncomfortable. And let yourself have a little fun with it and find it funny and humorous and be in that playful spirit with it. It's time to get back in. Yep, I feel like that's a little divine push from the nest, fly, fly, chickadee, fly. It's time to start flying again. It's time to test out those wings. Okay, so now I am asking for what that looks like for you. So if we're going into this area, what does that look like for you? Is there somebody coming for you? Is there an energy that you need to know about? What is coming in for you? Okay. Well, we're getting some very direct messages today, aren't we? The King of Pentacles is coming in. So yes, there is. There's a beautiful energy that is waiting for you on the other side of this. Hope is not lost. If you have not found your person, Or if you have found your person and it's a struggle right now, or if you're with someone but it's just not at the level that you want it to be at, whatever that is, whatever that hurt was, whatever that bop over the head was that you need to get back into, there is some real divine masculine energy out there for you. And this person is consistent. This person has fatherly energy. They'd be a great father. But even if that's not something you want, they'll be a great provider, protector. They're a grower. They grow people around them. They nourish and nurture, and they're consistent, and they have this ability to show up, to keep coming back, to follow the pattern, to follow the path, to be reliable, and to deck you out in opulence as well. This is a very abundant person. This person has an abundant ability about them where they seem to just grow opportunities around them too, and grow finances and grow things. And there's a bit of luxury about this person. And this is a beautiful thing that is on the other side of this pain and this hurt for you. And it is a good reason to stand back up and get uncomfortable and to take that perspective shift, to let yourself not lose sight of where it is that you ultimately want to go and where you ultimately want to be. Now, I would like to ask about any current blocks for you, if there's anything that you need to do or get rid of in order to stand back up into this, in order to heal. And let's find out. We have the Magician. Oh boy. And the Magician is a master manifester. And this card has all of the ability. All the tools are at your disposal. But at some point you lost touch with your ability to manifest. You lost touch with your ability to just be on the winning streak. You lost touch with, you've had this ability. This isn't, you know what I'm talking about. You've been in this space before and you have all of this within you right now. But you have to own it. And not only do you have to own it, but this card is also a call to action of using it. Not just having the tools within you ready to use, but to actually use the tools. And that might be deeply uncomfortable right now because you're in a space where that's, you had hopes, you had dreams, you had things that you didn't want to have to put to death. You didn't want to have to bury. You didn't want to have to let go of. You didn't want to have to stand back up after getting clobbered over the head. And that doesn't feel fair. But those things can heal. And now is the time to heal those things. Now is the time to find the funny in it, to find a perspective change, to get back into your dreams and what it is that you want to manifest. What do you want to create with this one precious life you have? Who do you want to be and who do you want to be with? Because that is still available to you. It is not too late. It is available to you. And I just feel like I need to say that one more time. It is available to you. Own that. Open your heart to that. Breathe into that. It's beautiful. Okay. And if you like content like this, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe now as well, just to own this reading so far, but to own where you are and to keep getting more beautiful, wonderful content like this coming into your inbox. I'm happy to have you here. I'm really so grateful. Okay, I want to ask your guides another question about what you need to know right now. So you have been blocking by not utilizing, not using, not having that even that feeling that you have it, even sort of maybe being misguided and feeling you've lost it or you don't have it. Let's see what else we need to know. I want to know about your next step, and I do want to know about the Hierophant. This was our main card flipping over. This was our anchor card. So I want to know why that's so important. What is the spiritual aspect of that? What growth needs to happen? What do you need to learn? What is it that's so important about that? Hi. This gives me the chills a little bit. So we've been on this journey. We know where we're going. We know where you want to be, and we know where you want to be going. And we know, that all of these things are little stepping stones along the way. And ultimately, your guides are telling us that the reason, Hierophant, the reason that education, that wisdom seeking, it's going to lead you down a path. It's going to lead you to some certain kind of enlightenment, something very important for you to know. And I don't think we get to just snap our fingers and know what it is that you need to find and what you need to be enlightened about, what knowing and wisdom needs to happen. That's like a little, adventure that awaits you. I want to say one of those things where you get like a map and you get tools and you have to go hunt a treasure hunt. That's like a treasure hunt for you, a spiritual treasure hunt, a knowledge and wisdom treasure hunt. There's something very special for your seeking heart. There is something very special for you that is leading you to this place, leading you to the place where there is soulmateship, where there is, and that could be an actual physical journey of physically actually meeting someone. That could be a state of being in which you need to be, or a mental state in which you need to own, or a piece of knowledge you need to have in order to have the relationship of your dreams, this soulmateship. But that awaits you. And what an exciting journey. What a beautiful, exciting journey. I am very excited about this for you. Okay, I want to pull over one extra card. Just anything else that your guides want you to know. Anything else that's important for you to know that your guides want you to know. I'm feeling this card right in the middle here. The Ace of Pentacles. I get the chills pulling this over too. You know, our Pentacles, we have our King of Pentacles down here, and our Aces are bringing in new opportunities. And there's a brand new opportunity that is of immense value that is coming to you. This is not the moment to lose hope or to despair or to get outside of yourself or to stay down if you've been down. This is the time to open your hands to what is being offered. And I encourage you to literally open up your hands right now in an open, receptive position to receive. Receive. Good things are coming in for you right now. Things of great value. And these can be worldly goods. This can be stuff of the earth. This can be your health, your body, your money, your items. But this can also be just the things you value, what you're spending your time on, what you're doing, who you're with, the humans in your world. This is coming in. This opportunity is coming in, and it's time to open your hands to it. It's time to say yes. If you want to own this, I am in love with this reading, and I thank your guides for such beautiful messages. Go ahead and plant all capital letters yes below as your ownership of this. Plant a yes in the comments below for me. I'd also love any comments about this from you, to hear how this resonates, how it feels, how it's, touching your cells. What does it make you feel? What does your energy feel? I think we got some amazing answers, and I cannot wait to hear about all of this. Until I get to see your precious, wonderful self again. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in my card to Land and Arrive. Thank you for being here. We're looking at everything you need to know right now, messages that are coming in from your guides. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with this Anchor card. So let's see what we have. And we have the Page of Wands, and the pages, they're messenger cards. They're these youthful messenger cards. Our wands get into this fire energy, passion, purpose, drive, moving forward, being lit up, growth as well. We have these little buds coming off of the wands as well. And it is this feeling that you have some new exciting things that are about to come in. And you also personally take on a new excitement for things. taking on a new excitement, whether it's in romance, in your career, whatever it is that you're going after right now, there's a new excitement. You have new ideas. There are new things coming in. And this is a very beautiful, burgeoning time for you. Let's go ahead and take a look. So first of all, I have a theme word for you for this week. So this is the theme word, and we're really being guided here by the divine. We're letting the universe, higher powers come in to guide everything. Easy. Things are easy. I love that. This is the theme. Let things be easy. Take that on in your mind. Everything just rolls towards you. It comes towards you. It's easy. You don't have to struggle for it. You don't have to sweat for it. You're not going to have to, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be adventurous. It's going to be easy. That's a beautiful word to choose. Now let's go ahead and get some more divine guidance. So we're looking for some more divine guidance, some more divine guidance, some more divine guidance. I'm feeling this one right here. And we have, divine guidance. Seek guidance and clarity from a higher power. Well, isn't that just perfect? I would love for you to spend some time really opening yourself up for divine guidance, asking for help. If you feel called to do that, if you feel led to do that, let yourself ask for clarity, for guidance from a higher power, any higher power, whatever it is that you ascribe to, that you feel comfortable with, letting yourself really crack open whatever has been weighing on your heart, whatever has been really sitting on you that you need guidance with. I encourage you to go ahead and open this up. Ask for help. And you can ask for it in very specific ways as well. So you could ask for guidance and clarity as you sleep. You can do it before you're doing chores. And I love to say that because you get these spaces where your subconscious can really start to take over and things can really pop up and come forward. You can ask for signs. Whatever it is that you're looking for that you think will be the clearest to you, that's what I want you to ask for. And I want you to open yourself up to that if you like. Of course, this is all a roadmap. You can choose what you like. You can change the course as you go. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the cards. So we're pulling from a separate deck. We always have the possibility when we're pulling from a separate deck to pull a duplicate card. So it's always possible we could pull the Page of Wands here as well. So let's get started. We're looking for some divine guidance. And we have the moon. I love the moon. The moon comes in, it has secrets. There are things that are hidden. It also has deep intuition. So there is something to tap into here. There's something that has been hiding that maybe you know exactly where to find it. There's a truth to be told about whatever it is that you're seeking, all the things that are on your horizon. There's something there. There's an important truth, an important knowing, an important secret finding. And I want you to lean into your divine inner intuition and think of what that might be. Spend a moment breathing into that. Inhale into that, asking, looking, searching for what the truth is that you need to hear right now, that you need to see, that you need to own. And exhale anything else that you don't need. And let yourself land in those spaces. Take notes when they come up. These are important things. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to pull some more cards. Everything that you need to know right now. So things are gifted to you. This is really coming in. The aces bringing in new things. The pentacles bringing in, this could be financial. This could be health goals. If you have fitness goals, if you have, anything on this worldly plane. This also includes human beings and people. There's a person that you're searching for. There are new opportunities that are coming in and they're meeting your enthusiasm where you find them. This energy is a good energy to have. It's a great energy for magnetizing things towards you, and things are coming towards you. So in they come. Now we also have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man also is deeply intuitive. Really, you're getting a lot of intuitive hits here. So let yourself listen to yourself. Let yourself be guided by your deep inner wisdom. This is also, a perspective change. And this can also be taking time to wait for what you need. If you need to spend a moment just sitting back and seeing what happens and seeing what unfolds, and that can be for wisdom as well. Clarity can come with time, and that could be a 20-minute meditation session. That could be more time just looking, clearing things out, looking, clearing things out, asking for help and looking. But looking for that perspective change as well of what it is that you need to see, spending the time that you need to make that happen. And there is a decision that you have to make. There's a decision that you have been putting off, and it's probably something that you might land on right away, but this also really might be something that you've decided not to make a decision on, so you kind of don't even remember that you have to make a decision about it, or that you should be making a decision about it. But divine guidance is really calling out, hey, this is the time. It's important to make this decision. If you don't make this decision, then it's going to be made for you by circumstance. So take a look at what is important to you. If these are two important things you're making a decision between, or Swords getting into that mental space, and you see that she's blindfolded and she's sort of willingly waiting and not choosing and not deciding. Let yourself find a space where you can make a decision. And if you decide not to decide, that's okay. But that is a decision as well. So it's important to know that. And it's important to own that. Okay, continuing on. What do you need to know about your heart? What do you need to know about love coming in for you? What do you need to know about your heart? The Five of Wands is coming in. So there might be a little battle around this, or a little competition around this, where you might feel a little chaotic about it. So you've got the excitement, but then actually stepping into it, if you are looking for someone new, if there's somebody that you're really interested in, or if you're even with someone in a relationship, there might be something where there's a little bit of chaos around this, where things keep getting pulled all directions, and it's hard to see the focus, and it's hard to see exactly what it is that you should be doing, and it's hard not to get mixed up feelings and emotions and that fiery temperament and that fiery atmosphere. And it's hard to maybe even get the real growth that you need and feel like things are moving in a smooth and easy pattern forward. Let's find out more about that. What do we need to know about that chaos, about moving forward and manifesting what it is you desire? And we have the Emperor. The Emperor truly feels like the absolute opposite energy of our, the Five of Wands in this aspect. Because we have this kind of chaos, we have this little fighting, this kind of competition, this thing going on. And here, the Emperor, holy moly, control. Just solid, just completely knowing, full of, just in this really strong energy. And I feel like this is, I'm not 100% sure if I'm feeling like this is energy of the person that you're interested, or that's coming in, or that you're with. But I feel like this is an energy of where you need to find yourself. That out of all of this chaos, and this energy could be their energy too, because picking that up will also help with that magnetism and making it easier. But I feel like it's a call to sit down into your throne of power. And this is some real power. This is being in control, having a handle on it, being ultra confident, knowing that you can succeed because you've done it a million times before. This is wisdom, and this is knowledge and knowing of your capabilities. This is all that you have already accomplished and done. You got this. Sit down into your power. This is the opposite of that chaos power. Let yourself land. Let yourself own that space. I feel very called to tell you to practice perhaps even a physical description of what I just said, the landing into your power. You can feel the chaos, and then land into your power. Feet on the ground, body all in alignment, all the way through the crown of your head, shoulders relaxed. What does that emperor energy feel like in your body? And I want you to find that space, and that could be a wonderful space for you to practice every day as you're waking up, as you're, going about your business, if you're going to work, if you're anything that you're doing, finding yourself landing back into that energy and finding that space. And everything does just become easier because you have that sense of knowing. You have that sense of direction. You have that sense of focus. Okay. So right now I am pulling another card. Now this card is for the next step for you, a next action-oriented step for you. And we have the Knight of Cups. Now this does feel like lover energy. And this is, the cups gets into heart space, emotions. This is a wonderful partner. It's a wonderful person. And I am feeling like this person is sort of coming in. Now, this could be somebody you already know. This could be somebody you're with. This could be somebody you haven't met yet. But this person has this depth of emotion, has this depth of feeling, has this ability to communicate, but doesn't lose any masculinity with that. Has a wonderful emotional IQ, EQ, and is able to express themselves, hear you, see your facial expressions, understand what it is you're trying to say, often when you're not even saying it. And they have that intuitive aspect about them as well, which is beautiful because you do have such an intuitive aspect about you. And as actions go, let yourself, as you land into your seat of power and you get into this space, let yourself be really open to what is being offered to you. Let yourself be really open to seeing the people around you and the person that is coming in, because it's going to be a softer entry and it will take more notice from you. Really let yourself open your eyes to what is already around you and what is coming in toward you. Let yourself take notice, and take notice of the small details, the observances, the small things, and how easy that feels. I want to know about any blocks that you might have for love, for divine inspirations, the things that you feel the most inspired about, if that's career, if that's love, what you feel the most inspired about, the things that are going to be dropping in some goodies for you, that you're going to be moving on the path towards, that you might need a perspective shift on, or that you might need to wait, that you might need to make a decision on. I want to find in that space any blocks that you might need to know about. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we have the King of Pentacles coming up. And the King of Pentacles is an interesting card to pull here. And it feels like as a block, this could be a past person who was very generous, a past person who was very growth oriented, would make a great father, has this consistent energy, perhaps is very good at making money and accruing money and utilizing money and taking care of. And perhaps you felt very protected with. And that's coming up as a block. I would love to know what you think about that. And that means that if that energy is around them, if your energy is absorbed still by something from the past, then it's hard to be open to something new. It's hard to accept something new that is coming in. And some of this, Five of Wands energy, that chaos, can also be fear of moving into something new, or fear of letting go of something old. Okay, I want to know what you need to know that we don't even know to ask. We don't even know to ask. Hi, Queen of Wands. Hi, my Queen of Wands. Well, that makes good sense. We started with the Page of Wands. And my Queen of Wands, you have everything you need. You have it all. You have this optimism. You have this fire. You have this lit up energy that is ready to move forward without obstacles getting in the way, with the growth that you need, the passion, the purpose, the energy, the drive. You have what you need. And you have this divine spirit inside of you and with you. And sit into your own seat of power. Sit into who you really are. Sit into the essence of you. Beautiful. Okay, and I want one more card for anything that we don't even know to ask. That's going to be really important for your journey in this moment, for moving forward and having everything that you want in life, for getting all of your desires. The Seven of Swords comes in, and the Seven of Swords is a little bit of a thieving card. And the swords, getting back into that headspace, mental space. You know, we had that Two of Swords over here. And as that goes, you'll have to be very protective of your mental space. You'll have to be very protective of your thoughts and your mind energy, and find ways to own that space. That you're not completely taken over by other things stealing your thoughts and stealing your mental energy, and you're stealing your mental time, and letting yourself own that you have control of your thoughts and you have control of your mental space. People might be coming in to try to get you with a little zinger, a little sword, a little jab, a little, and they might try to run off with some things. And the past might be coming in to run off with some things. And it's really important for you to spend some time figuring out how to land in your thoughts, to make sure that they're not taking over and taking control of you, or that you give them all of your, that feeling of like, well, I can't help it. I can't help that. Those thoughts just keep coming up, and I can't help that keeps coming back around. You have a lot more control than you think. You have these deep intuitive knowings. You have so much control. You have this incredible powerhouse space within you. And that means that you can handle anything that is coming your way. Oh my, I love this. I would like to pull one more card for you. So I would like to pull one of the angel cards. A little message from angels. And we're pulling peace. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, inner peace is possible. Yes, yes. A subtle shift in awareness and you'll be there. Breathe and relax into love, and peace will follow. And that should feel easy. Letting that feel easy. Oh, my dear one, I am sending you so much love, so much support for an easy ride into everything that you feel inspired to do, for beautiful, inspiring things to just pop up within you, the energy to tackle everything you want. And for the right things to pop in and to pop into your intuition, seeing the truth, being open-handed, opening yourself up to receiving abundance, everything that you want and desire, letting yourself sink into your deep intuition, make difficult decisions, even if you haven't gone back to that decision in a while, or you decided at some point just not to make a decision. It could be a great time to revisit that and to see if it's worth you choosing or it being chosen for you. As the chaos comes up, I send you the strength to sit into that and sit into your control powerhouse, that real powerhouse emperor energy, and to be open to receiving love, the yummy, good cup of love that's riding in easily. And letting go of what you need to let go of from the past. Not letting anything being stolen or taken from you. Protecting your energy. Protecting your time. Protecting your thoughts. Protecting what you say yes to. Seeking divine guidance. Asking for help. And sitting into your deep, deep power. If you love readings like this, I highly encourage you to go ahead and subscribe now, because I want you to own this, and I also want you to get more lovely divine guidance as it comes. And I'd also love for you to go ahead, let's drop a moon below in honor of our moon and the truth and that deep intuition. And let's go ahead and open our hands for just a moment. Open to receiving, releasing anything you don't need. Until I see your precious self again, sending you love and light. Mwah. Mia. Welcome in my card 3, land and arrive. Okay, so we are taking a look at everything you need to know, divine guidance. So we're looking at guidance as it comes in a lot of different forms. So let's go ahead and see what our anchor card is first of all. So our first card is the 9 of Cups. And this is beautiful and wonderful. You have been through some hard things. You have been through some difficult parts of the journey. And you are about to be in a place where what you truly, deeply desire is coming toward you. What you want is here. It is coming in, and you get to enjoy it. And you have options. And I always say outside noises, I don't know if you can hear that motorcycle, going by, but amplify the message. This is good. This is very good. I open your hands to that. This is sometimes called like the wish card because the things you wish for and you want are coming in. And it feels very good, a very contented feeling. Let's go ahead and choose a word. So this is a word theme for the week, and we're being guided by the divine right now for what you need to know for this coming week. Focus. It's time to focus. It's time to let yourself pull an inner focus. And if you feel like you've been very distracted or you have been scattered or your energy has been in a sort of tornado, it's time to get that sharpness, that clear focus. Because we're getting to this place where the good things are all coming in and it is worth being focused over. Now, I also have some divine messages. And let's go ahead and see what you're going to be taking a look at. I'm closing my eyes right now because they are a little bit see-through. Okay. Now, you are being told to rest. Surrender to the universe. Let yourself regenerate. Rest. Surrender to the universe. Let yourself regenerate. Let yourself get to a place where you can just unburden. You have come so far. You have done so much. You can relax now. You can take a sigh of relief. It is all going to be coming in for you. This is good. You can let yourself get very focused, and you can rest, and you can release, and you can regenerate. And it's time to start a new path towards something new, towards being in what you really want and deeply desire for your life. I like this. I like the way this reading is going. All right, so we're going to look for some divine messages. So first, I just want to pull cards with that in mind, what you really need to know right now. And the first card I'm pulling is the Emperor. And this is some strong powerhouse, controlled energy. And this does feel like a masculine person, a masculine energy that's in your life. And there's something important about this. This is someone who has accomplished a lot. It's important for others to recognize their accomplishments. It's important that they offer up sort of the best of what they've done, that they come across as wise, and they are wise. And they take a lot of control. They really have that alpha male kind of energy. And this could be a female, but I feel like this is a masculine energy. So this is definitely someone who's got that alpha energy going on, where, they might even occasionally have those moments of feeling like they know it all, that their way is the only way, that their way is the right way, that, they have a hard time maybe sometimes seeing things from your perspective. But this is an important person for you right now, and I want you to tap into that person, say hi, reach out, do something with them. But there's something important to learn there. There's something important going on there. Let's find out some more. Okay, so we also have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. And the Knight of Pentacles feels like it's an offering up energy, and this feels like it's coming in a romantic aspect, a love aspect, perhaps. This could be someone that is coming in new and fresh that you have not met before. This could be someone that you have met before or that you're even in a relationship with. But this is a new level of that person. There's something new that's coming in that's being offered. They're consistent. They are great with worldly goods, possibly money, with finances, abundance. They're very growth oriented and they're very consistent. They're very regular and a softer energy than this Emperor energy. It's someone who could even be unassuming, but is very powerful, is a very powerful person. But again, maybe less assuming, more inward, intrinsic, sort of sense of that. They don't have to show it to everyone quite the same way. And then we have the Six of Pentacles coming in. And this is telling me that there's a new journey beginning here for you. And the journey with this person, again, no matter how it is that you know them or are about to know them, there's a new giving and receiving that is going to be happening. And it's a giving and receiving of time, attention, deciding that you really want to make things valuable between you, that you want to take things to a new level, that you want to, there's a whole new abundance coming in with this relationship. And there's something really beautiful about this. And it will be new and it will feel fresh and it will change the dynamic completely. So if this is a new person, then this would just be a new layer to this person as you start to, move forward. But if this is somebody that you already know or that you're already in a relationship with, there's a whole new level of relationship coming towards you with responsibility but caring and giving and receiving because of caring and because of the value that you both find in each other. I want to pull one more card without asking a question. I just want to be guided and led. Now, this is interesting. So the Six of Cups is popping up reversed. And I am feeling like there's a potential this has to do with this Emperor figure. But there is some sort of something from your past, from long ago, childhood perhaps, or, teenhood or something in that area. But something from the past that has a lot of nostalgia. There's some sort of discord here. There's something that isn't sitting right and holds a lot of emotion and feeling for you that it's time to take some step towards. And I feel like you know what I'm talking about. I feel like there is someone you need to reach out to, or even just a situation you need to remedy in your own mind and heart, to make peace with, to make amends with, in order for you to really move on in life and have everything that you deeply desire. There's something that needs to be unearthed within you and your history and your past. And it's time to do that. And I would love if you wanted to take a note about that right now while it's sort of fresh and resonating, of the instinct and the deep intuition of what that is and who that is. What are the first things that come up for you? And I want you to follow that, even if that's uncomfortable, even if that's like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there. That's going to be important if you can do it, if you can lean into it. So now I want to ask for some divine guidance. I want to ask for some divine guidance over your next action step. So first of all, your next action step to sitting into this seat and having all of these beautiful things that you desire come toward you. Your first action step is to appreciate what you've done. To stand back and feel grateful for what you have, where you've come from, but also just to look at the broader picture of this journey that you've been on. And that includes, this discordance from childhood. That includes things that might not have gone well or that have left pain. But to be able to really look at that and see it from almost a bird's eye view, to be able to look at all you've done because of it, maybe even somehow to feel grateful about the harder, more brutal things, but to let yourself really take in the big picture. And that would be a great journaling exercise or a gratitude journaling exercise, or even just talking out loud to yourself or going for a nice long walk, thinking about it, and letting yourself. I do love here the sort of list making aspect of what have you accomplished? Why are you in this beautiful place that you are now in? Why are you this beautiful human that you now are? And to take time to appreciate that person, to appreciate the person you've become, and appreciate the things that have made you that person. Okay. And now I want to ask, I want anything that we need to know about any blocks that could keep you from being in that receptive space to having everything you want pour in. Are there any blocks we need to know about? Is there anything that we need to know about? It is important. Okay, we're coming back to this rest, surrender to the universe, let yourself regenerate. It's very much a Four of Swords thing, directive. Let yourself rest. Let yourself surrender to the universe. You don't have to go out and slay any dragons. This is you just absorbing, taking in all the energy of the past, all the hard work you've done. You've come a long way, and it's okay to know that you just deserve. You were always deserving. There was never a moment where you weren't deserving. You were always worthy. There was never a moment where you weren't worthy. You never had to work harder. You never had to have more angst or anxiety or worry or heartache to have what you have. And it's okay to let go of any need you might feel now, to dip back into any old mental patterns. The Swords really gets into a mental space. And this is really just letting yourself rest, surrender to the universe, let yourself regenerate. Made me want to take a nice breath into that. Okay, and I would like to ask your guides. I would like to ask your guides about your heart and your future and what you might need to know to help keep you going and to help you have hope and positivity and the focus you need. Hi, King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is beautiful. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And this feels like a journey to me. That the Knight of Pentacles is walking in here. This is a possible change of pace for something you've already been in, or somebody you know, or somebody new coming in. There's this new giving and receiving that's happening. You're doing the work that you need to do for you. And we land into this spot with the King of Pentacles. And I would like to note that I hear that motorcycle again. And I was saying it amplifies the message when we were over here, and I'm feeling it amplify the message here too. That we have the King of Pentacles coming in with this. It lands into a very, very strong space. This lands into a very strong space. This is a fatherly person, a protector, provider, a grower, person who grows people around them, who grows themselves, abundant, financially abundant, makes great decisions, is very consistent, is someone you can rely on, but also somebody who's going to value you and value what you have together and just find a lot of value in life with you and life together. Okay, so this card kind of fell off of our deck. So a little message popping in from our guides. We have the Justice card. If there's something that you feel like you have not gotten justice over, that feels very unfair, I feel very strongly we have this Six of Cups reversed that came right after we had this incoming energy with our Knight of Pentacles and our giving and receiving. And And this is something you really need to look at and resolve. And this feels like it stems from the same place that you need to really look at and you need to really resolve. And a part of that does feel like a warning that the abundance that you seek and that is headed towards you, if there's a bottled emotion of resentment or feeling like things were unfair and then it didn't work out right, or that it was, and if it chews you up inside, it holds space in the pit of your stomach or holds space in your heart, that's not open to receiving the new, the wonderful, the beautiful that we want. And I don't mean for that to be a fear for you. These things can come to you easily, but it is important to note and notice. And sometimes even just doing that, when we notice the things we've been holding on to for a long time, the things that sit inside of us, clutching at us and stewing and brewing and, fermenting, those things can, it's important even just to notice them. If we can even notice them, sometimes we can start to dissolve them, release them, take their power away. Even if we can't do it in one fell swoop, because that's difficult. Be the human being that you are. Take things at the human being pace you need to take them. But start to notice if things come up for you here, if something is popping up for you here, like it was popping up for me. Okay. Now I want two messages. I want two messages about what you need to know that we don't even know to ask. It's beyond our capability of asking for. We have the world reversed, and I'm going to go ahead and pull our second card here. And we have the Three of Pentacles, or Pentacles coming back in. What a theme. Okay, so the world reversed, and we have the Three of Pentacles. And the world reversed, I feel like there's a possibility you do not feel like this is the end of a cycle, that you do not feel like things are coming to completion, that there's anything to celebrate. There might be some disbelief, like when I pulled over this card, originally, you might have thought, oh yeah, okay, everything's about to flow in for me. Sure, whatever you say. You don't know what my life is like right now. There might be something where you're like, there's no way that my life cycle is shifting right now, that I have things to celebrate, that I have things to be grateful for. There might be a little bit of that sticky energy around, and that's okay. But even though it might not seem like it, this cycle is about to change. This cycle is about to come to an end. A new cycle is about to begin, and it is important to celebrate. Celebrate where you've come from, to celebrate the journey along the way, to celebrate your accomplishments, regardless of how difficult and tiring and exhausting that may have felt. Before we get to our Three of Pentacles, if you love readings like this, I encourage you to subscribe, to claim this, to own this, to sit into this, to all of the abundance, the openness of this landing for you. And so you get more goodies and wonderful divine guidance like this. Okay, now continuing on for a Three of Pentacles. So our Three of Pentacles feels very much like we're back into our romance space, because that's really been a theme for us here with our Pentacles. And I feel like a message is coming in here about the Three of Pentacles is kind of an architecture card. It's a building card. And it's a card that says, we need help. We need expert advice. And that motorcycle is coming back around. So amplifying the message. I think they're just doing circles around the block. The Three of Pentacles is very much an architecture card. And you are building something with someone, and it will require the expertise of other humans, other people, and other perspectives outside of your own. So it's important to look out for those resources, and maybe that's where our Emperor comes in as well. It's important to look out for those resources and also the foundations of where you learned what you've learned. It's important to remember that this is a building process, and that you can't do it alone, and that it does take time. It takes time, it takes planning, it takes some mental maneuvering and figuring out, but there is something beautiful on the other end of that. There is a beautiful building on the other side of that, worthy of note. Ah, my dear one. To claim this, go ahead and drop a globe, the world below, for that shift and change, that change of fortunes, that ending of a cycle and the starting of something new. I send all of my energy for your focus, for your rest, for diving in and being open and receptive to all the gifts that are about to pour into your life. For this Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, this giving and receiving energy, anything difficult that you might need to look at and handle now. And again, any of that feeling of anything being unfair that you might need to put to rest, or at least start to open out and give it some breathing room and start to pick the pieces apart. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much light until I see your precious self again. Mwah, Mia. Welcome in my card for Land and Arrive. Okay, we're finding out everything that you need to know. We're getting messages from your guides. So take a moment to open up your energy to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our anchor card. So getting started here with our anchor card. This is the first card we chose. This is from a separate deck than this tarot deck that I have out here. And we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, pages being messenger cards, and Pentacles often getting into worldly goods. Now, this card could indicate that you're feeling a lack of, sort of a lack of focus, a lack of groundedness in relationships or in a romance aspect. You might be feeling like you're not getting the commitment, the landing that you want. You might not be feeling driven in your career. You might not be focusing the way that you need to focus. You might not be feeling at ease or in a solid space. You might be feeling really unmotivated. There's just sort of like a dis-ease that's kind of going on where things just don't feel comfortable. Let's take a look at your word theme for this week. So we're pulling a word theme. I'm closing my eyes. We're taking a look at messages from the divine, messages from your guides. And your word is listen. Let yourself really, truly listen and be open to hearing what is coming in, both from the people that you talk to, from their words, but also intuitively from their energy, and also listening to your inner voice and listening to what is coming in from above, from the divine. Listen. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and choose a little bit of guidance. Again, I'm closing my eyes just in case my hands do anything funny. Okay, and this is what we have. Hard truth. Ooh, my. It is time to face your innermost truth. A shift is coming. A shift is coming. This energy is leading you to a hard truth. And there's a reason you might be feeling disquiet. And there's a reason you might be feeling so uncomfortable or unfocused, or that things aren't landing the way that you want them to land. And there might be a hard truth under there. There might be something that you're trying not to see. And because you're trying not to see it, that scatters your energy out all over the place into that place of feeling unmotivated, feeling like you can't move forward the way you want to move forward. And it's a very easy thing to read. It's a very easy thing to say. And obviously, just like it says, it is hard to do. That is hard to land on, and it is hard to move forward with. Let's get some more guidance. Let's see what we need to know. Okay, again, this is a separate deck, so we could pull duplicate card here, which is important to know. Okay, so we're just letting the cards guide us. And first of all, we have the Hanged Man, which tells me that you probably already know the important things that you need to know, even if you haven't arrived there yet. This is a deeply intuitive card. It is a very spiritual card. This is also taking a perspective shift. This is also spending some time in a space until things become clear to you. If you need to find some time to listen to your inner voice, to see what the hard truth is, to see what it is that you need to face and own, to spend some time out of the chaos and disquiet of this energy, because this energy doesn't feel relaxed. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it's an energy that's able to really bring the voice forward, your inner voice forward, that intuitive voice that the Hanged Man brings with. Okay, I want to go ahead and I'm going to cut the deck and let's get some more guidance. We also have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is a decision-making card. And this might mean that you have to make a decision about two options, but really this is saying that you are not making the decision between two options that you need to make. This could be romantic, this could be in your career. This is something you've been thinking about, but you haven't moved forward on. And even if you've made a soft decision and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of do this. This card is saying, hey, probably that's not really enough. If you don't make a decision will be made for you by a circumstance, by other people, by other things. It's important for you to be the architect of your own life and to make the decisions that you want to make, or to be very clear with yourself that it's okay if it goes either way, because you're okay not making that decision. Okay. What else do you need to know? And it's time to move on from something. I get the feeling that there is something romantic under here. This is a lot of feeling and heart space. Our cups always come with a lot of feeling and heart space. And this is a moving on. This is a tricky thing to do. And I feel like this could be in part where some of this energy is coming from. And maybe in very large part, and not making this decision because you don't want to have to move forward and you don't want to have to move on. I want to take just a second for you, because I haven't said anything easy yet. I haven't said anything glorious yet that would, bolster you or lift you up. Let's just take a second for how hard these cards are right now. Just take a moment to breathe into that. I want to support you with love. You are safe. You are good. You are solid. You are an incredible human being. Let's find out what else we need to know to move you forward. And I promise you, everything is for your good. All the messages coming in here, they're for your good, because you are loved and you are supported. Okay, off we go. Okay. We're letting the cards guide us once again, so I'm not asking any specific questions yet. So we have the Fool. This gives me a little bit of the chills and some tingles. This is a very open card. This card is the beginning of the journey. There is something, I feel a little wave of emotion too. There is something that you're moving away from, that you need to move away from. There is a little journey that's happening here. That is a hard journey. And it doesn't feel good. It feels really uncomfortable. And maybe it feels sad. And maybe it feels, there's a reason you haven't made this decision. And there's a reason that things are disquiet and that it's hard to move forward and to be motivated and to land. But this takes you to a whole new journey. This takes you to a space of openness, where things are fresh and good and the world looks new and the world looks full of possibility and full of hope and full of come what may, that you are so strong. You can go out into the world with this kind of superhuman bravery of, let's find out. Let's find out if I fall off a cliff, or if I make it up this mountain, or if I end up in the arms of the person that I want to be with, if I land in the abundance that I'm looking for, this hope, this goodness. Ooh, yes. I say yes to that card. Okay, let's continue on. I want to ask some questions now. So, what lies on the other side of taking these steps? What can we fill you up with hope? What can we learn and gain in wisdom from your guides about the outcomes here, about where you can arrive and where you can land? Hi! Hello, King of Cups. That makes me so happy. What a beautiful answer. The King of Cups is just such a wonderful king. This is I love this king. This is heart, emotion, feeling, expression, listening, being able to talk, being able to see, being able to be known on an emotional level, on a deep depth level. This is also intuitive. This person is also intuitive. So strong, so masculine, but with the vocabulary of emotions, of seeing your energy, of really being full of love, being able to give and express and truly feel that depth of feeling and commitment and togetherness and just all of those wonderful feelings, being in the waters, being at the edge of these waters. Okay, we continue. Okay, I want to know more about what's on the other end for you. What's on the other end for you? One more card for that. The Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is a heartbreak card. And I feel like whatever you're going through here, and this is heartbreak, this is hard, this is difficult, this is a tough journey. You will still have to handle that. That won't magically go away. It's not going to disappear, but you won't have to do it alone. And you will have all sorts of love and encouragement and beauty and all of these lovely things around you. And also, this is that sort of little dose of, even with the very best of things, there will come some heartbreak too. There will be some things that hurt and that are not easy and that are painful. And those lie in the future too. And that's beautiful too. That is really the Fool. It is both. You get to have all of the aliveness and the wonder and the glory, and some sharp little edges too, some dangers. But I don't see that as a bad thing. Okay, continuing. So now I do want to ask some questions. So now I want to ask your guides. I want to ask your guides about, first of all, about getting to the place, getting to the other side of this. We have some actions. We know some things you need to do. What do we need to know about that journey? What can help you in that journey? What can guide you? What can help you? What can help you in that journey? The Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory card. This is really like very triumphant. The wands get into this gorgeous fire energy. It's a nice, fast-moving energy. It's passion, it's purpose. Let yourself, now I know that you've been in this unfocused energy and this sort of scattered energy, and let yourself get focused about one thing. Let yourself get lit up about one thing. Let yourself move forward on that one thing. Let yourself really land out of the chaos of this energy and land so that you can move forward and you can have some wins and you can win. Because you can win this thing. This is very likely to be a career thing, but it can be a purpose thing, a passion thing. This is something deep inside your core that says, go, move forward on this. And that's the thing I want you to land into, and I want you to move forward on this. I want you to listen to that little voice, and I want you to keep moving forward, and you can walk right out of this energy and start your way moving forward into a whole new space. Let yourself land on this, and let that be a conveyor belt that takes you right to the place that you need to be in a shower of abundance. Now, I would like to ask about anything that could keep you from landing with your King of Cups, from landing in a space of victory, anything that could keep you from coming out of the other end of this. Are there any blocks? Is there anything we need to know about? I'm feeling something right back in here. Let's go ahead and pull this beauty. Hi, Knight of Swords. Oh dear. So this feels like this is our, this is a fast moving energy. This is headspace. Swords get into intelligence. This is a very smart person. This is very masculine energy. This is a very masculine energy, not the same kind of masculine energy that our King of Cups holds. It's, sort of Russian and, galloping through. And maybe they brandish the word truth around a lot. And then this might be someone who is galloping through your life right now. Someone that perhaps there's a hard truth to face and perhaps a decision has to be made about. This is perhaps somebody from the past that you just haven't let go of yet, that again, you might have to face the hard truth about, and that you might have to make a decision about, and you might have to see from a different perspective, and you might have to move on from. This feels, this is what we asked for, was, what could be blocking you, what could keep you from coming out on the other side of this, what could keep you from your King of Cups, what could keep you from this open, expansive future. And there will be heartbreak here, and I want to pull your attention back to the swords. There will still be hurt from this. This won't just magically disappear, but you will be loved, you will be supported, you will be in the arms of both the divine and your King of Cups. So it's a pretty good place to be in. It's a pretty good crash landing space. Take a breath for that. I feel like I'm delivering some big changes here and perhaps some things you didn't want to hear. So take a breath for yourself. And take a moment to listen to your inner wisdom. And also, I do want to say, if you love content like this, please subscribe if you haven't already. I want you to claim this. I want you to sit into this. And I want you to keep getting more revelations as we do more readings, and so that you're notified as well. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, my dear one. Okay, now I want to hear from your guides. I want to hear 2 pieces of information that we don't even know that we should be asking about. So first of all, we have the 7 of Wands reversed. This is so interesting. The Wands, again, we have that winning energy. I'm feeling we're getting back into that, creative, passion, purpose, all of that energy. There's growth energy here. Now, this might feel like you cannot hold your ground. You cannot stay on top. You might feel like you are backsliding, and you might feel like you're failing. You might start walking that path forward, following the passion, following the purpose, following that energy, just like, we've pulled out here. And you might feel like, no, I don't have this. But you do have this. That energy is going to change and shift soon. And it's okay for you to feel like you don't have it. That doesn't mean that's a reality. And that doesn't mean that that is the outcome for you. It's just a feeling. And you can fight and you can grapple with it until you feel like you're standing your space, that you're holding your own, that you're on top and you're holding the space that you want to be in. And it doesn't have to be a struggle either. It doesn't have to feel like this kind of work that we feel here. Okay. And our second piece is the Page of Swords. Again, we have swords. The pages are these youthful messengers coming through. And here's what I feel coming up about this. As you do this work, there's a very strong possibility that this person might pop back up, and they might pop back up with an offer. As you try to move on, or as you try to walk away or face your truth or make your decision, as you try to open yourself up to the new, it is very difficult to say no to something. It's that, principle of saying no to something you already have or that's right in front of you, as opposed to, some like, oh, maybe in the future that you don't know yet, or that maybe you do know, but you don't have all those feelings together yet. It's very hard. And I would love for you to spend some time as you are walking down this and deciding what you're going to do and figuring out what your inner guidance, what your intuition tells you. You're a very intuitive person. Sink into that. To know how you're going to respond. To know how you will move forward with that. This feels very important. And it's especially important because you might be in a very vulnerable space where you feel like you're failing in other aspects of your life. You might feel like you don't have it. You don't have it. And remember, that's just a feeling. That's not the truth. So own your truth. Own your knowing. Keep walking your path. And you'll have to decide what you want to do about this. And you are a glorious, wonderful, smart, intuitive human being. And you get to decide that for yourself. You get to make those decisions. You have those two paths. Whoa, right? Well, what shall we drop below in order to claim this? I want to really leave room open for your decision-making self. And I don't want you to drop anything that sort of claims certain aspects of this, because I want those to be decisions you land and arrive on your own. So in that case, because we have listen, and I want you to listen to your inner guidance, your intuition, to the divine, to hearing answers, to hearing others around you, let's drop an ear. It could be an ear, it could be headphones, anything that represents listening to you. Let's drop that below, and I would love comments. I read all of the comments. I would love to hear what you think of this. I really would love to hear what you think of this. I know that this is a difficult journey right here. So I am offering you up so much love, so much support, so much light, so much strength to make the decisions you have to make, to walk away if that's what you feel called to do, to open yourself up, to honoring that you are in a much stronger space than what it might feel like, to having hope for the future, and knowing that it's okay if you're still having to get over someone from the past, even as you're moving into something new, and that person might reappear. And that person is very convincing. Their energy is so fast moving and so strong in the moment that it could be very difficult. And here's to winning. Here is to finding that win that will land your energy and ground you. I'm sending you so much love, so much support, so much light until I see your precious self again. Mwah. Mia.